I already sent you one, T.
Thank
I
you,
one
guys.
too, apparently.
Right.
Silly.
Yeah, guys, if you're joining, we're gonna discuss all the things, how we feel about it, going forward here in just a minute. We're getting the group together and getting all set up for this raid. We're just gonna do a normal raid so we can look at chat and talk to each other without worrying about dying.
Yeah,
We're gonna die anyways. It's gonna be great.
Yep, we are all gonna be dead.
Dibs
For
on
sure.
death. Hey, man, look at all these Oh, man, Gunny, Ben. Isn't it nice being a non-320 scrub? You know?
yeah.
I mean, sure,
Except-
but it's irrelevant after, you know,
Yeah, it's
April
irrelevant.
12th. It's
Enjoy
irrelevant.
your not percent of damage. Don't think this update will be enough to bring you back, unfortunately. I would still try it out, dude. It's free, so why not?
I would
mean,
agree.
like, if you have Taken King.
What I was telling my chat was for a free update, this is pretty stellar. In regard,
It's a free
for
update,
me,
yeah.
I don't know. We were talking beforehand, some of us in this
Sure.
Discord chat, about how we were just talking about it while it was going on.
Yeah.
But Cherion and I think it was also Reb, mentioned how it felt like firefight.
Can anyone hear
Yeah,
me
we can hear you,
Discord?
dude.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
15 light is 3 tiers of levels. Yes, it's essentially 3 light levels, so it's a...
Which is more than we got between Dark Below.
Yeah,
House
it's a
of
more
Wolves.
significant power gap than what we got in between vanilla
much
and
sound.
CE. I grabbed a thing. Let's fucking do it and talk.
All right, let's go.
Cheriona, why don't you start off with your likes and dislikes, worries and stuff? Let's go around the table and do it in organized fashion.
All right. Well, first I want to start off with the 335 light. That is 3 levels in comparison to the old light system. So that it is a larger gap than the gap between vanilla and Crota's End, as well as the gap from Crota's End to House of Wolves. Which
They're here
I think a lot of people are
Discord.
going to say that 335 is not a significant jump, but it's a bigger jump than we've seen between 2 DLCs.
Okay.
My biggest concern about that, however, is that I don't think it's enough to take out Year 1 weapons from Trials of Osiris. I think they will still be effective and usable.
Well,
Do you think so?
We need to see the sandbox
think-
update first. I think
Yeah, the
that's
sandbox
jumping
update.
Oh,
to-
absolutely. This is just,
Yeah, there's a
my
lot we don't know
initial
yet.
feeling.
Anything you're disappointed by?
I can't think of anything that I'm disappointed by initially. For a free update is the frame of reference I'm using for this. It seems
Well,
pretty
sure. I
sweet.
mean, yeah.
Hello? Can
Yeah, we can hear you, Gunny.
Yeah, we can
guys
hear you,
me? 'Cause
Gunny.
I can't hear you guys.
Gotta
I don't know,
get
it sound-
close completely. Hold on.
Could someone type in chat and tell him to reset his Discord? Yeah.
Discord's been
Alright,
kind
I'll
of
do
weird
it.
today. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Discord's weird today.
I am
Um,
still hosting someone, and it won't stop it.
Oh,
That's
weird.
what I was talking about earlier. It was very weird.
How long did it take you to fix it?
Are you hosting Ella Jazz?
I don't know. It took me a while.
Oh, nope, so it's happening to you too, Goth. It's fucking wobbly.
Yeah, your channel is not currently being hosted. Yeah, I'm not hosting anything, dude.
well, I can hear you guys.
George,
Well, no,
thank you.
I don't think it's Wobblerbot. It's not that. Like I
It's
said
just Twitch.
earlier.
It's just Twitch API.
It's just
it's
Twitch.
fine. Yeah, it'll fix itself.
Weapon skins?
Um,
That'd be kind of.
yeah, because I'm not currently
I
hosting
think it was
anything.
Ben that mentioned he would have liked to have weapon skins for a while, and that was a cool thing. For you, right?
I think we're jumping to conclusions on that. It was like a glow. I wouldn't really call it skin, and it seems like it seemed like the weapons had certain glows they could have, and who's to say that the glow doesn't surround your character? You know.
No, I was just. Oh, it's about the Taken shader.
Well, I mean, like the piece of gear that they got, it had like the red glow on it.
It had a
sure.
toggleable node.
Although
Toggleable
I
glow.
personally feel like it's going to be something for Prison of Elders, except versus the last time it was Prison of Elders, it's not going to take up an actual perk slot.
Sure.
Are you talking about like a glow around the character because on the sniper rifle it said the very last talent like enable a crimson glow on it.
Yes, Crimson Glow.
So
That'd be kind of cool, man. All I know is I want to. I mean, if everyone has played an MMO, everyone knows that glamour is the end game. You know.
Oh, absolutely.
Glamour is the end.
you
It's
wanna
why I'm a,
straight.
it's
man
why I'm a
to be-
hunter.
You want to look good while you're killing things, man. You got
I
to
don't
show
know, man.
your
What about
dominance
the-
via how you look.
That's why in Division
Rebel
I'm wearing
Eyes.
like all pink
Yes.
with the pink gun.
Rebel Eyes, what did you like and dislike?
It's just flat on
pretty
my
much,
end. Hold up.
Again, like, it's not as much content as I would have liked, but for a free update, it is a lot of content.
Yeah.
I like the idea of having a leaderboard for a PvE event, as it gives kind of a competitive sense. to-
Sure. It seems like they're only going to be able to see those scores internally, so we can't like compete groups versus groups for
I mean,
scores
yeah,
and stuff.
you
know.
can't like compete.
I got him. I got him.
You
Yeah, I
can compete
like
with your
that.
friends, which is
Yeah.
nice. It's not like competitive in the grand scheme
yeah.
of things of you
Cute
competing
Death
against
by
everybody
Glamour.
else.
It's a good song.
Yeah.
And guaranteed rewards is also nice.
Oh,
It is nice. Guaranteed rewards are nice. I think next week is going to be a selling point for a lot of people. Like, will the gear be worthwhile? I saw a Taken Sword in one of the screenshots. I could be off, but I think I saw a Taken Sword.
So here's why I believe you. Is because I was saying, Ben, I was like, maybe that shader impacts all of your gear. But then, in one of the screenshots, they gave a very close image of that hunter, and they were using a does not bow, and it was not changed. So I think that is a Taken Sword.
Okay.
I would agree.
Or, as we said earlier, maybe there's
down.
the possibility of weapon skins.
Sure.
Weapon shaders being alongside everything else in the game. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll have
Do
to
you
wait
think it
and
could be a reward for doing the quest?
maybe. I thought perhaps maybe it's going to be like the Prison of Elders exotic, or maybe it'll be a new Taken King exotic. Raid exotic, minus the Touch of Malice.
Right.
Be like Oryx's sword or whatever the fuck,
Gunny, likes and dislikes?
I was hoping to have something else aside from Prison of Elders. I never really enjoyed it year one, and now I'm going back to it in year two. With the score attack mode,
Yeah.
I'm not sure how to feel about it.
I'm wondering if they're going to rescale the raid at all. Like, that would be included in the sandbox change, because they were just showing new things to do today, so, will King's Fall be rescaled at all in the gear in there? Because they only mentioned that VOG and CE would not be rescaled in Erk's tweet, so kind of curious about what's going to happen to the rest of the PvE content.
Yeah, I think that was something we were all expecting, was King's Fall to become more difficult too.
Yeah,
but it looks like they're not going that route.
The raid is rescaled, says somebody in chat. It is. Did they say that?
It'd be what I would like is if maybe challenge mode was its own mode. and
Bungie
always
tweeted it?
approachable.
Hold on.
Yeah.
They updated the gear in King's Fall. It's on Bungie's website. Oh, cool. I hadn't been over there yet. Well, that's great.
Well,
That's
listen, if it's in the armory, we've had the new exotics in the armory for a very long time.
It's
so.
on the website. Okay.
They're updating it according to their page. Well, that's cool.
It could be.
I'm gonna go to Bungie's website and see what this
the
is.
April update.
I think
Nope, they're
something
ignoring it.
really-
New Bungie, new check website. Cool. April update. Is this from today? This is from today. Yeah, I'm gonna look at this article real quick. I'm gonna pull it up on the screen while we're playing, guys. Actually, I'll pull it up on the screen after we finish this encounter.
Yeah, let's get into
We can
it.
talk
I don't
about
think
it.
we're going to finish the encounter.
Sure, we are. We'll be fine.
Charion was.
Maybe it's maybe.
Charion is too slow.
Toss it down. Toss it down.
Go. Nope, I lost it.
Nope.
Rip.
God damn it, Chariona.
How is that my fault? I can't even open those doors on my own.
I was really hoping, or maybe still hoping, that we could get new challenges with challenge mode.
I mean, there's new bosses, but
There's gonna be rotating
the
modifiers
bosses. The
as well.
bosses are
Well, I was talking
rotating
about King's
modifiers
Fall.
weekly. I'm looking at his gear. It looks pretty cool. Taken Sword looks cool. Taken Strike Winner's Run. Updated difficulty and rewards for King's Fall and Court of Oryx. So Court of Oryx gets redone. King's Fall Normal now drops light level 320. King's Fall Hard Mode drops light level 330.
Oh, there you go. All right.
Court of Oryx Artifact drops increased to 335.
Excellent.
Oh, that's dope as fuck.
That's good that you can get a
So,
335
we can get max
artifact.
artifacts from
because those artifacts were
Works.
cool.
They were a pain in the butt. Yeah, they were a pain in the butt.
So, question though,
yeah.
when they say the light level's been increased for the drops, does that mean the range has been increased, or is it dropping solely at 320 and 330?
I
or
haven't-
we can get between 310 and 320, and then 320 and 330.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm really curious about vendors. You know, what's vendor gear going to be like? Is vendor gear going to go up at all, or is there going to be new vendor
being
gear?
at 310 would make sense.
I think a big question is
300.
where's the Nightfall going to sit? You know, the Nightfall has laid dormant as pretty much an irrelevant piece of
bump up
content for a
the
while.
light up to
Nightfall's always been kind of mid-tier. Like,
Yeah.
it's what you did before you could do endgame. Mm-hmm. So I wonder if they'll put it in between, or maybe bring it up to
Like
raid
at 320,
level.
at least 320
Yeah,
for
bring it
Nightfall.
up to 320 for the
Yeah.
Nightfall.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they're going to want to get people
So
to
that it can
320 as
also
quickly
have
as
Yeah.
possible.
ready
Yeah,
to do
280
So you
Nightfall
can
just
start the
kind of
new
feels
content.
like doo-doo shit to me, honestly.
Here's my question. Now
Sure.
that I've finally got everything resolved. Do you think that the itemization of gear is going to be different this time? Like, I know that they just finished the thing on stream and they got a 335 piece of gear. But
did they? Oh yeah, it showed it. It showed it with the thing.
335 sniper from as the guaranteed reward.
Guaranteed 335.
335 light. I'm wondering if the drops from Prison of Elders are variable, or if maybe they might.
They're guaranteed endgame.
Maybe they might finally introduce a stepping system where you'll get a drop and then next time it'll be better and the next time it'll be better, because now would be a great time to do that, especially considering they're doing 16 weeks of prison.
16 weeks.
New prison. 16 weeks of prison.
No, I'm not.
You'd have to have multiple characters to get a one character to 335 within a timely fashion.
It's true. Yeah.
What about a non-timely fashion? I want to get my character there as slow as possible.
As slow as possible.
I'm just gonna delete all my characters.
You're looking at one weapon, and then you're still subject to RNG. So one weapon and one armor piece per week.
Well, here's the thing about the RNG piece is that like I know Ben was touching on it, but the terminology that I forget the designer's name, but the second designer they had on with Deej, how they said 335 gear can drop for you versus 335 gear will drop
for you. Yeah.
So can versus will. So there's the potential, which makes me wonder if they're going to keep up with the, as you said earlier, like the variable system of the gear is going to drop maybe at 332.
Sure.
Or maybe once you're at like above 330. I would like it if it had like 5 stepping stones, maybe, to where like let's say 320, it guarantees 325 up. So that way you're always going up and forward. Actual smart loot versus kinda smart loot.
All I know is if you try to jump into that shit at 320, that's gonna be ball crushingly difficult.
Oh, it's gonna be super fucking.
It's gonna be super hard.
Good.
Like really hard. And I think that's why that King's Fall stepping stone is there to get the 330. But I mean, it's like 330 gear, so like we could potentially run King's Fall on day 1 and then break into 2 groups. Like just for planning reasons, but.
I didn't make the thing because you guys.
I didn't make the thing either.
Slow.
After 16 weeks, there will be a new expansion. 4 months. So it comes out. April.
It'd be really close.
No, it'd be interesting if once like the content was quote unquote at the point it was getting stale, they were like, by the way, here's our reveal for the
new content.
I mean, it's April to May, May to June.
Because that would carry you the last.
We'll see all the variations a month before the supposed launch of Shattered Suns or whatever it ends up being called.
Yep.
I mean that's cool, but I mean I'm sure we're gonna be out of vertical progression by then. The question is, are they gonna fill the gap in the summer? Like, not to like automatically look towards what's next after that, but
I'm sure there will be events to do.
Yeah,
when you are
Crimson doubles or more, whatever.
When you're guiding a ship or being a navigator, just because you know what your first port is, you want to know what you're doing after that.
Sure. Like I don't want to seem like an ingrate.
It's nice knowing.
Yeah.
I think that for me personally, to kind of touch on that, is I kind of was expecting more than was there.
I could agree with that.
Like I thought the light level increase was much less than I thought it was going to be.
Well, when you look at it from a scale of light level to last year, the power increase is the largest power increase they've done for an update.
But we've been talking about like
400, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm not gonna go back and call myself a liar by suddenly saying, "Oh, it's better than before."
Oh yeah, definitely.
I still wanted it to be more.
Yeah, I would have liked it to basically restart the grind. I would have loved to have had to have stepped up inside of Strikes.
I personally don't think a whole gear reset is ever going to happen without a full DLC. They need a lot more content to do a full gear reset.
Sure. I feel like that would come with Destiny too.
Having a full gear reset that often for non-hardcore players is pretty brutal when so many players are not even at...
Sure, like some people just got it, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that'd be really brutal for them to not have any experience whatsoever, being like, oh, I made it, I can finally be max level for a little while. Plus, with how quickly it seems like 335 is going to be able to be attained, if it's not, variable, like we discussed.
I mean, with multiple characters, single character, not
single
awfully
character,
easy.
That's 4 weeks, potentially.
Did I get on the wrong thing? What did I do?
Yeah,
you jumped on the wrong one.
The wrong thing.
Yeah, I went backwards like a dumb butt.
I think it would be variable, because if it wasn't, people would be hitting max level before the end of the contract.
I'm dead. Rip me.
That's a good point, too. Thoughts on the eluded subclass changes coming? I don't know, man.
Did they say that? What did they say?
They did. Yeah, they absolutely said that. They said that that was one of the opening statements that Deej made.
What was he? What did he say specific?
He didn't say anything specifically. He just said that.
Did he say like there'll be changes to subclasses coming or something?
I am telling you, he literally he didn't say dick. He just said there is going to be sweep. They are taking a sweep over subclasses.
Oh well, that doesn't like.
I think that might means retooling. Like
retooling.
Yeah, it's not making a new one. I'm not.
That might just be balance changes for
balancing
PvP. I don't think that's a huge update. Like clearly, Sunsinger's still had self-revive. I think a lot of people feel like if they're going to rework subclasses, they'll rework supers, and that might be an opportunity for self-res to be removed from the game.
What did you guys think what I meant when I said that? I mean, they just said
like new subclasses. That's what I'd say.
No,
like.
why would you think that? You would have said new subclasses.
I don't know, man.
That's really reaching.
I don't know, man, because I'm on crack.
Yeah.
I was thinking just, balance and tooling, like very fine changes.
Exactly. Probably fixing the shade step glitch, hopefully.
I think at the end of the day, the way that I'm feeling about this is completely reliant on changes to sandbox and PvP.
Yeah.
And what they're showing next, like what are we gonna get? Because the biggest issue.
I'm waiting with bated breath, that's for certain. Like, I'm not gonna get my hopes up.
The biggest issue with PoE last time, I think, outside of it just not rotating or just like they said it was gonna have all these variants and it only had like 4 variants.
Yeah. Can we talk about Prison of Elders for a second? I mean, like for real. Like the first time they launched it, I went out there for a reveal, which Deej so kindly reminded everyone of during the stream, and they promised variety, and it was not
so much
there.
variety.
They were like, dude, you're gonna want to do this all the time. You're gonna it's gonna be different every week. And I was like, huh, really? I was like a rabbit on crack, and I was so excited.
Yeah.
And now, it's cool that they have 16 different variations, and I'm excited. But like, what? I mean,
it's gonna be 16 variations of like boss goals, and then they added a bunch of different bosses. But the bosses in the challenge mode are set each week.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess
how unique can those bosses be? Because they all just seem like giant versions of.
Yeah, it's gonna be like giant versions. I mean, is Skolas gonna be in there? Because I like Skolas. I want a few bosses like Skolas. Like if they added in some interesting bosses, huh?
I think you're focusing too much on what the content is versus how you play it. So I think a big problem with the variety of the original Prison of Elders was that it didn't change every single time.
Sure.
Every week for the quote-unquote challenge mode, there'll be a new way to play it, the entire thing, because of the way the point modifier is working. So we were seeing precision kills. What about melee kills? What about super orb generation? Like, it changes the entire way you approach the encounter versus the encounter just being different. Similar to challenge mode, except taken, I think, a step further in variety. So I'm excited because I loved games like Galaga, where I was going for highest score and shit. So I like that idea. Do I know if it's gonna last forever and ever? I doubt it. But I think having it change every week, having a new way to play the encounters, and having the encounters change every week, might be enough to keep my attention for 16.
I think that variety being dependent on playability instead of maybe enemy types it's a new thing. They haven't really tried that yet. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
I think both things are relevant. Like I do think that the encounters matter. Like I think it's cool that I have to like rethink the way I approach encounter B each week if I happen to get encounter B each week. But I still think it's important as to how fun and engaging encounter B is. But I
also feel like you're asking for too much when you ask for that. They can't.
I think everybody should ask for too much. Yeah, like it's having high expectations for something you love is not a bad thing. Like I hope that they added some
set your expectations.
My
but is that not setting you up for disappointment?
It is, and I'm not saying don't have high hopes, but I would say have levied expectations, especially as, in my opinion, we're all community leaders. So I think it's our responsibility to also make sure we do not say things that incorporate that kind of mentality of.
I mean, like I've always built my channel on it's like being at the lunch table with people. Like I'm excited. I'm not IGN. I'm not professionally obligated to fucking tiptoe. Like if I'm excited about something, I'm gonna show it, and if there's backlash later, I'll deal with it then. Tell people to go fuck themselves. I'm an excited consumer. It seems to have worked out for me thus far.
One of us is probably gonna have to wait back.
About something though, and setting false expectations.
All I'm saying is that I hope the boss encounters that they've added are good.
No, sure, but you made it sound like we deserve a new boss every single week, and I just think that's asking for too much.
I'm alone over here, and I'm leaving.
Roman, are you gonna go mid or?
You're gonna have to
I'll
grab
wait.
it.
I'll wait.
I got
it. Okay, you wait. I'll go.
Yep, because I have my radiant skin.
Yep.
So I mean, actually,
it's
I probably
not
should have
good,
gone.
Reb, because you went too late.
I'll be fine.
So. I'm just gonna sit here in my bubble and pray to God that I can live.
Okay, this is a little close.
No, we're fine.
I was.
Oh nope, I died.
I mean, but yeah,
We can revive him though.
I just hope that the boss battles are good. You know, more engaging than a guy with a big gun. I mean, even the servitor fight was interesting because it was always small arms last time. You know, so it was always like a battle of whittling down the dude. I thought that was a fun fight, even though it was like a slow fight. It was always fun. I thought Stolas was a great fight.
I disagree with the servitor being a fun fight. I didn't like that it was
always
like small. I didn't like that it was always small arms. If it had been maybe specialist another week or brawler or grenader, like I don't care that it was the same boss every week. I just hated that it was the same additional combo as well. Like the Vex Room was always grounded and airborne, which, what given is a very fun combo, became stale very quickly because the only thing that changed was Skolas's skull. Everything else was identical.
Yeah, everything was identical, yeah.
And I would like to see more variation in not only the modifiers for the score, but the modifiers on how you play.
T-Lang, no, they're never going to bring back burn on primaries because they took away all elemental primaries. If they did, it would only... The only elemental primaries in the game are arc ones, aren't they? So it would only be arc burn.
I don't think they're gonna... well, I don't know. What do you guys think? You think they're gonna backtrack on elemental primaries?
I think they might introduce a void and a solar primary exotic to, you know...
I think the idea of having burn
it.
exotics is not a bad idea.
Sure.
I couldn't say if having all primaries would be a good idea or not.
I would say just exotics, which is, you know, what they said.
Yeah. I feel like it would bring exotics back into the playing field, whereas currently...
Make them feel exotic again.
How much time do you have, T? I need to go pick up ammo.
I got 2 seconds.
Alright, I'll wait till I have the brand.
Because, yeah, right now, none of the primary exotics really feel exotic. Add burns back on them, and it might...
They aren't sponges anymore, so you focus on racking up points. I think you were watching that reveal, looking at maxed out characters.
They were all 335.
They're all 335. If you go in there at 320, it's going to be... they are going to be sponges.
It's going to be really
It's going to be really difficult.
Yeah.
Well,
it would have been like going into hard mode Crota at 29.
Well, that's not entirely true, because we don't know what the actual level of the enemies are. If recommended is 290, being
41, isn't it?
320.
They were 42.
They're 42.
Which
everything's 42 though.
The guys in the last arena were 330 light. The guys in the last arena were 330 light.
330, yeah.
Okay.
So it's probably
I was going to ask.
Up
so
310, 320, 330, maybe.
Yeah,
I wasn't paying that much attention.
Then that means if you are 326, you are effectively as strong as you will be in that arena.
Okay.
What'd you guys think about the sniper rifle that dropped, since everyone seemed to have opinions about that?
It was a new sniper, right? It was just
yeah, it was brand new, but it had the same base model as
the same model, reused models, just a new name.
Like, who was it in Discord who said, is that a trial sniper? Because it's the exact same base model. And judging by all of the media we saw, pictures, videos, whatever, it's all, for the most part, all the Queen stuff is current models, but they did show off new models as well. They didn't touch on how we're going to get that new model stuff quite yet.
You think Trials is going to go away? Talking about Trials?
It'll probably go away the first week.
I think they might talk about that next week.
Well, next week's what you're earning, so...
Oh, then the week after.
I don't know, man. 2 or 3 weeks.
I think they might want people to focus on activity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because otherwise you can
they
skip
might
it
take
entirely.
Yeah, because they don't want people skipping the new content, so they'll have to do something like that.
Yeah, there are 2 new nodes on it, 2 new nodes. So that's interesting. I wonder if all weapons will have that, or only the PoE weapons and Trials weapons.
T-Rex and I were talking about the 2 nodes could be Prison of Elders specific perks that you could toggle. So instead of it consuming a perk slot like before, where it's like increased damage to Shanks, and you were like, fuck me, you can turn on increased damage to Shanks or increased damage to Fallen Captains, and it also doesn't eat up a perk in the perk tree.
Sure.
Yep. So that way you don't have the sad.
Another suggestion was perhaps it was a weapon shader slot. I don't.
I don't think
it could be.
I don't think it's a shader necessarily. I think you're probably right about it being toggleable.
Well, one of the perks on the actual weapon like preview of it said like trigger a crimson glow or something on it.
What are the carry channels going to do?
I think those are strictly just cosmetic vanity or nodes.
I mean,
like, be careful when you build your
channels. To that question, I mean, we've been advising people that build their channels around Trials carries that eventually Trials won't be an activity in some future iteration of Destiny, and to just diversify.
Do you really think Trials of Osiris will exist until the end of Destiny's 10 years?
No, I absolutely do not think so.
Just like I hope that we won't keep seeing Skolas every single iteration of Destiny, you know? Stuff's gotta change.
Stuff will change, man.
Well, I'm sure people who do carries will have something else to do PvP related in the end game.
Yeah, like
not necessarily Trials, but something.
Well, you know, what if it's private matches?
Weapon shaders, just because you see a picture, Retro Monkey Nuts, it doesn't mean anything's confirmed. That's called that is absolutely spreading a rumor. I mean, like I said, there's like a picture. There's a picture of a shotgun on Bundy's page that has like a color on it. They're like, oh, confirmed. That's a picture. Not
Trials gone, you're gone. They might introduce something better, man.
It's a cosmetic perk. Do you have a link to prove what you're saying?
Yeah,
I didn't see them scroll over that during the stream.
The red glow. I mean, there's the red. Yeah, I mean, they didn't show it active, but like the tooltip or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It showed a tooltip on the weapon preview.
Left.
I'm getting on. Oh, off.
That might have been me. I jumped over the mid one somehow.
Left.
All right.
Middle.
Are we grouping center?
We'll group center.
And then
I'll have first tether.
Going.
There should always be a relevant PvP activity. Describe relevant.
Yeah.
And game rewards.
I mean, like, Trials wasn't around until summer last year, dude.
Yeah.
And and then my counter argument is there's not been a relevant PvE activity for a long ass time.
Yeah, there wasn't always something to carry people through endgame PvP at all.
If anyone has a tether, throw it.
I think that, you know, it might suck if that's the only thing you like about Destiny is Trials, if it goes away, but
last stack.
You know.
I don't know. Seasons change, man.
Seasons change. Yeah. Look, I love Trials just as much, dude, but you gotta approach things logically at some point, and the things rotate. Trials hasn't even been out for a year though, and you have to remember that almost 3-month Trials break when Taken King came out. It's 2 months. Wasn't it 2 months? It's 2 months.
It was a month and a half.
No, it came out at the end of October. Like, if it would have been the original release date for Trials, then yeah.
Yeah,
Money painless difficulty and rewards are increased for Iron Banner and Trials of Osiris. How do you increase difficulty in Iron Banner?
Yeah, you can't really. I mean, unless you fuck matchmaking. Like, do you want to fuck matchmaking?
Yeah.
I don't think that would be fair. Like, everyone should be on equal footing in Iron Banner. You know, it shouldn't be take
We've
the
been
top
there, guys.
1%
We've been there.
Throw them together.
You know, Trials may stick around, but like I said, I think that Trials needs to be a monthly event, just like Iron Banner and SRL.
But can we infuse the 315 light? I think we're going to find out more about gear next week. I'm going to assume that infusion stays. Doesn't make sense for it to go away.
I don't think they're going to rehaul a system on this size of an update.
I mean, infusion was on the gun Cosmo got.
Yeah, exactly.
I foresee a change to infusion. Maybe they'll lessen up the penalty for like infusing a stronger weapon into a weaker one. I don't know.
Maybe they'll let us infuse year 1 class items, or I'm just hopeful.
I don't know. I expect a minor change to the infusion system.
I just want my old raid cloaks back.
His matchmaking a hottie.
Sorry, what was it?
Right side.
Left, or
I'm on it. And then left.
Left.
I got tether.
Middle. Okay.
Yeah. I think the end of the discussion when we're talking about Trials is that they're introducing a new PvE activity, and if they let Trials drop 335 light gear the first week that PvE activity is out, people might as well just skip that new activity. And Bungie doesn't want you to do that. That's the bottom line.
I honestly think it'll go away for at least a week to 2 weeks.
I mean,
I don't think any longer than a month. I don't think it'll be longer.
No, yeah. I mean, I think it would have been longer if the light level change was more.
Yeah.
But since it's such an incremental,
it's a couple levels. Yeah.
I would like to see Trials come back before everyone is already at the new light cap.
Oh, definitely. I think it'll be a couple weeks, and I think it all depends on what they say in the PvP stream, because we don't know what they're going to bring for PvPers. Obviously, they're bringing some changes and activities.
Guys, we know that the Bungie site is saying the Trials gear is getting a power update. We understand. That's been said.
Yeah, we understand that. Yes, yes.
You do realize
that's
that perhaps
assumed,
the update could be after the update comes out, potentially for a little bit of time.
Yeah, an update within an update? No way.
Well, they talked about Trials gear getting updated for Taken King, but we didn't. They didn't start talking about how Trials was going away for a month until like right before launch. So
that's true. I think that I don't know, man. If they did custom matches, I don't know if anyone would care so much about Trials anymore. Personally,
I think they would.
I would like.
Rewards are important.
I'd still want Trials to be in the game, but if Trials went away for a month, but you oh, I don't have Trials, but I have custom matches, like, I don't know, that would make me happy.
If custom games come into the game, then you'll have a hard time to pull me into this new Prison of Elders activity. In all honesty,
right? Yeah.
Like I'm gonna be so busy playing with my friends or with chat or whatever.
But is that necessarily a problem?
That's not a problem. That's something that excites me.
To play the game, and custom matches do that, then I don't really see that as a problem.
I don't see it as a problem. I see it as a solution to a currently existing problem.
I don't see the Trials game type changing from elimination. I don't think that'll ever happen.
I think the only changes they could make to Trials would be to rework the reward system. We've had talks about Trials being a once-a-month activity instead of a 4 out of 7 days activity. And if you reworked the reward system where Trials could last a week instead of a weekend, then I could see that being a change
I would
they
like
could
it
make
a lot
to
more
make it a little more special.
That's why I spam Iron Banner for a week when it's around, and I play the shit out of it because I'm like, oh yeah, Iron Banner's back. Or when Mayhem Clash is around, like it feels like a special event. And I like how Trials is labeled as an event, but it doesn't act like one in any way, shape, or form.
It doesn't feel like an event to me, and I've stopped playing Trials because I have everything I want from it. Question: are we doing challenge strats?
No.
Okay.
We'll wreck his face.
Better chance of casuals getting to the lighthouse? I mean, I don't know. Just like not everyone can do a challenge raid, maybe not everyone has to go to the lighthouse. That's kind of always how I've seen it.
Sure.
It's special for a reason. It's fun when you earn it because it feels special.
Yeah, I mean, like, new stuff to play. I'm happy about it as well, Twaz. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. I mean, that's kind of the point. It's what we've been asking for.
Nah, man, we gotta spit in Bungie soup.
We gotta spit in their soup. Happy about more stuff to do. I think it's cool that they're bringing the raid up. I'm really excited about that. I've been talking about that for a couple weeks, and now I'm hoping they were going to rescale it. 330 light on the raid is pretty dope. I think that's cool.
Oh man, yeah.
I mean, the difference between 330 and 335 isn't going to be that huge, really, at all. So it's like doing the challenge Prison of Elders is just sort of like the icing on the cake type situation. I got tethered.
I think we'll be fine.
You got 8 seconds.
I'm using the wrong
4 seconds.
sniper, I bet.
I am.
2 seconds.
But Dim wasn't working for me.
Whoops. I didn't jump properly. It's okay, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's okay. I know you were worried about it, and it was okay. Favorite PvP game mode? I've been enjoying Mayhem Clash, man, because it's just pure silliness.
I feel like Mayhem is the one activity I can play and not really, be too invested into it, at least PvP-wise.
For, like, just having fun, like, I think it's unmatched in regards to PvP. Even Chain dying a golden gun, man. You're like, fuck. But it's also Mayhem.
At least it's not all hammers anymore.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what my sniper's not doing, like, any damage. I'm confused.
Well, I don't have my my triple tap one, which is really bothering me, but item manager is not working.
They say
and all my good
that
stuff's on my
we're
warlock.
getting, like, a whole new set of gear for Prison of Elders.
They didn't mention. They mentioned anything about gear.
They're going to talk about.
Yeah,
gear
they saved all the gear talk for next week. They showed us one thing for gear.
They showed us the pictures. So there's new gear. There's new models. Yeah. And they'll tell us how to get it next week.
I mean, if there's changes to infusion, if there's changes to itemization, then obviously they're going to show us what loot we can get next week.
Sure.
That's probably all going to happen next Wednesday. It should be really
I don't think
cool.
he doesn't have hate yet. There's no hate yet.
Nope. Got it.
Okay.
I have tether. I'll use it.
Yeah, people's heads.
10 seconds. 6 seconds. And 2. And get out.
Should we talk about the Tron Titan gear and how much we're doing Tron?
Dude, the new Titan gear looks really good.
It'll match my Tron Sparrow. Makes me happy.
Oh, man.
Alright, we got taken.
Mega stoked about Tron gear.
We got Taken. Yeah, I wonder what the PlayStation Quest is going to give you.
Probably something
like
something
visual,
insignificant, like a class item or shader.
Probably learn next week, maybe. That whiff, though.
Do you think we'll see an SRL return? I think we'll see SRL return over the summer.
I think summer sounds like a good time.
I don't have Tether.
I have it.
I think we'll see SRL come back with many more maps.
6.
Think so?
I mean,
4,
I would not be interested
2,
in an SRL with anything less than at least 3 or 4 new maps. Optimally, you know, 8.
We're good.
Yeah.
Especially if they're going to make it a 3-week event. If they wanted to make it a 1-week event, they could have a rotating set of 2 different maps, and then bring in a different 2 different maps the next month, and then another 2 different maps the next month. And I would be content with that. But if you're going to dump it on me for nearly a month, you're going to need a lot of maps.
Okay, that's cool.
That's a lot of maps!
Well, yeah, I mean... I know it's
SRL
not
is
at all
PvP,
fair.
they might show it in the update.
Yo, I got a blue!
Good shit.
I got nothing.
And nothing as well.
I don't know, Rocky. Hopefully cool shit.
Let's be realistic. Gear will be infeasible. Year 3 comes Destiny 2, probably not. So quibbing over what gear we get is irrelevant. Just want to say we love like Year 1 gear. Yeah, I'd like to see some interesting gear. I think interesting gear is really impressive, or is really important rather. Something interesting perks, good base stats on it. Not the hand cannon from the raid. You know.
I don't know why he was trying to use that hand cannon.
That was
I
really
think
funny.
they just have dev accounts.
I feel like
they did pretty good for using that hand cannon.
The gear from the original PoE was kind of doo-doo. You know, like none of it was really exciting. I didn't think.
None of it at all was
exciting
exciting except for
Benevolence. The actual, like...
The Queen branded stuff was good. The Prison of Elders branded stuff was less good.
Oh, Eververse thoughts? I mean,
I think it's just an extra place to buy things. I think
I think they'll probably. I think they'll probably. Yeah, I mean, like obviously, I think they're gonna put some more stuff in there for you to buy from Eververse with the new update. You know, if the live team's involved, then you better bet that Eververse is involved. I died.
What do you think's paying for this free update?
Jump up.
Taxpayer money.
Taxpayer money.
I mean, yeah, but they put that there because you're going to be going to the reef, so they're like, well, if they're going to be at the reef, they might as well be able to buy Hotline Bling.
Exactly.
You know? So, we'll see, dude. I don't know what else they're going to add in there. Some more emotes and shit.
You know, I never got my Crimson Shell, my pink one.
Oh, Telesto, nice.
That RNG. Streamer RNG.
Alright, not all at once.
No! Rip!
I'll
I
get
was
you.
about to jump, but then Goth jumped up in front of me, and so I had to stop.
Oh, so it's inadvertently my fault.
Well, when is it not your fault? You do silly
I mean,
things.
it's clearly always Goth's fault.
Clearly.
I mean, like, let's say you're hanging out in the street.
Goth.
Let's say you're hanging out.
Here we go.
Can't.
Here it is. I was waiting for it.
Let's say you're hanging out in the street with your buddy Gathalion, and you're like in a place that perhaps was not very well lit, and it was also an area. I feel like I might call that place a dark zone. If I was in that area of darkness, perhaps I would not like it if my friend, whose name just so happened to be Gathalion,
Here it is.
put me in situations where I would get my ass handed to me while trying to extract numerous times.
Look.
Frequently.
You guys all
Or as I am putting on my shit to I see, like how you say that and then you kill me. Like, I mean, fucking like,
Don't worry, T. I'm
gonna ban you from this Discord server, Goth. I own it. Never come back.
But T-Rex, would you trust him with a bow and arrow?
You are such the worst teammate. You are just the worst teammate.
He's proud of how.
Oh, shit.
I can't wait till there's a time where I'm like actually fed up with it, and I'm going to yell at you. Like it's going to happen.
I'm just waiting for
no,
the
I'm really good at dancing that line when I know someone's actually fed up with something.
I like how you think you're good at dancing that line when I just contain it.
I don't think this Sam is going to respond the same way the Sam you're married to will.
Look, man,
I'm not married to you, dude. I don't have to worry about what happens if I cuss you out. I'm not sleeping in the same bed.
Oh, shit. Yet.
But at the same time, you can't send him to the couch either.
Do you think it's unrealistic to expect at least one more boss fight that's like Skolas level engagement?
From this update? Yeah. It's on DLC.
Mean, we have all those Taken bosses we're going to deal with, like the Taken Archon.
You guys and your bullshit sword climbing this goddamn
I didn't use a sword.
I didn't use a sword at all.
No one used a sword.
The gate's not fucking open. I can't do this without the damn gate.
Oh,
you
okay.
Shit to me every fucking time. And then you're like, bro, man, hurry up. And I'm like, I can't. And you're like, fucker, just do it. And I'm like, fuck you.
Just sword climb, bro, man. It'll be okay.
You can make the jump from the exact chest ledge.
I know what you
here.
can and can't do, man. But I'm bad at it, and I just want my team to actually support me.
We support you. We stand up here.
It's been months. And
yeah, we're waiting for you.
We're
cheering you on, man.
Oh my god! Every time I'm like, hey guys, could you just do that? Oh no, okay, I guess no. All right, cool, fine.
Bro, man, he's our man. If he can't do it, maybe someone else can.
What's up, Swolly Bio? How you doing, man?
There, I did my sword climb for you.
Yeah. I am kind of disappointed that it wasn't a legitimate horde mode, because like when I first saw challenges and score, I was like, oh no, they're doing it. And then
I was really hoping for an unlimited mode where you eventually die.
More than anything else would be like infinitely replayable PvE. Like just something that felt good to play over and over again, like Crucible.
Yeah. Destiny
definitely has the mechanics, the enemy design, and you know the gameplay factor to make something like that work. And that is probably my biggest disappointment, is that it's not that way.
Oh, no worries, man.
But at the same time, I'm really excited that there is scoring. And
I mean, like patrols. Patrols are not an infinite horde mode that keeps score and rewards you based on how long you survive. That's not what. Yeah. That's not what a patrol is. A patrol is a patrol.
Mm-hmm.
The patrol is random mods.
Game Informer posted more info on the update? Really? What did Game Informer post?
Let's go.
Scoreboards would make it awesome. Dude, scoreboards would make it extra awesome.
From the way they spoke about it, they implied that they would be able to see scores, but it would not be publicly available.
Yeah, I wish it was.
Like, I really want leaderboards because that would give people something.
The only thing about that
for.
is there's a hard cap on a perfect week. You know, you could potentially have a perfect week. I don't know.
I mean, I will say if they're able to see
you grabbed the wrong one, I think.
No, he didn't. He's good.
We can.
Oh no, you didn't. Never mind. I'm dumb.
Yeah. I grabbed the proper one for one cycling.
Success.
You grabbed the proper one regardless.
Yeah, there's no proper one. Well, actually, there's a proper one, but for one side it doesn't matter. But that was if we fucked up, we would have been fine. We would have still been.
Let's drop
by the jams.
I see the shotgun on the website. It looks the 2 to the morgue. Dude, give me my 2 to the morgue back. I'll be so happy.
I want there to be a 2 to the morgue so I can get one before you. That's all I want, is to have a...
My RNG is back, baby. Starting on my platform.
I don't know, man. I think you might be using
No, you're starting on mine.
Right
Are we?
Now.
Oh, yeah, you're starting on Cherries.
When you're ready.
I would like to remind you that I am still 320. And I fucked up and infused the 320 mark. And
I know, you got rid of a 320.
And you're still 320. I was very upset about that.
Marginally annoyed at that.
320.
It's okay, guys.
Whoops. Jump up.
We just chest bump there too.
What's up, Rams?
Snipers.
Things. I got the doodle bug. Oh, alright, I'll make my way over there as fast as I can.
I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, I think we'll be alright.
Yeah, let's jump.
There we go.
Claim an Elder Sigil from Victor each week, from Varix each week. Victor, I'm gonna call him Victor now. And put your fire team to the test against 3 consecutive boss waves. Yeah. It's from the Bungie site. We saw that. And on the Bungie.net leaderboards, your score is tracked on the Elders Sigil and on the Bungie.net leaderboards. Hey. So it will be tracked.
There will be leaderboards.
It will be tracked on the leaderboards. Clan leaderboards. They'll show them there. So.
I figured if they could see it, that means they had the API available for it.
Yeah, they'll have an API element for it, which means someone will probably make like prison tracker something.
Yeah. Oh man, I am so.
Don't answer you. I didn't see it.
How will Court of War exchange? I don't know. We'll see if they're gonna have the same encounters or rehash the other encounters and just up the
I would like
artifacts
to see
you get.
A few new encounters.
Yeah.
I totally do, Stormadon. I totally do. Thank you. Yeah, I was actually kind of excited that they made prison relevant, or the not prison,
court,
fucking court relevant by having it drop those high level artifacts. I think that's pretty cool.
People are already worried about score requirements on LFG. I don't think it's going to get that far, guys, but...
I don't think it'll be that bad.
It might. No, don't leave it past people to be turds.
I would not be surprised.
I mean, what I'm saying is if you're watching and within the sound of my voice, you'll always have a nice community to play with.
Must have individual 20,000 score 3 weeks in a row to play video game with me. If does not, can eat Dixicle.
I forgot this was normal, and I was waiting.
Yeah, there's no knights or anything.
It's totally normal.
Mega nice.
There is a vessel.
There was a vessel.
A vessel.
Are we gonna challenge Strat this fight?
I mean, yeah, I think it's easier.
I want to be in my menu and not participate.
Yeah, Nightfall's definitely got to go up.
I was like, we still got to shoot his chest, though.
Oh yeah,
it'll be fine.
Do you think they'll cover Nightfalls if they are changed and the sandbox changes? Question mark?
Maybe. I think the only change about Nightfalls is that they'll probably up the light level.
The light level, I guess.
I would say it is safe to assume that any content that's like a weekly piece of content that is current is going to be brought into the new light level system. Whether it's like potential rewards from your weekly Shaxx bounties, you know, Iron Banner, whatever it is, I'm sure it's going to have a 335 counterpart somewhere in it. And
why are we doing normal? Just so we can talk and not worrying about anything?
No.
Talk to you guys.
The whole purpose of us actually doing this is to discuss the
yeah, pretty much.
The raid is merely background noise.
I hope there's new modifiers. That'd be nice.
Now everyone who...
new skulls?
They introduced new skulls with Taken King. They could add a few more.
They added a couple new skulls with original PoE. Didn't they? Yeah, they did.
They did. No, they totally did.
Yeah, like Brawler, Airborne, etc.
Brawler, Airborne, yeah, they introduced new skulls. I feel like they would have mentioned new skulls, or maybe not. Maybe that's
well, they didn't talk about the Nightfall, so I don't see why they would talk about new skulls unless they wanted to talk about something in the Prison of Elders activity.
Right.
And all they mentioned was score modifiers in there.
Sure. Yeah, this is going to be the world's latest normal King's Fall run. Guys, world's latest.
It probably will be for a while.
I would say it's gonna be most recent for weeks, man.
For weeks, man. We're gonna hold this title all day.
328. I think that's safe to assume.
The Game Informer article said there are new skulls and modifiers.
Well, there you go.
There you go. Thanks, Game
It'd be
Informer.
great to have that in front of me right now while we're talking about this.
I feel like that article might be important to our discussion.
Yeah, I really do. I wish that's kind of information they would have given us on the stream, but oh well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, didn't they, for Taken King, didn't they work exclusively with Game Informer to release additional information?
They did, yeah. So some of that information is
probably...
I actually
subscribed to Game Informer on digitally, that way I could get it.
Then T, why don't you have it pulled up for us?
Anytime Irish Day.
I don't know, because I fucking don't.
He didn't know. No one
really thought about it. Alright, he pounded, so just soon.
Court is the same with new drops? Okay. Well, that's a shame.
Yeah, that is unfortunate. I was hoping for at least one boss.
I'm excited that it'll have relevant drops.
I wonder if they will retool the items inside of King's Fall at all, like perk-wise.
I doubt it. I think the only change is light.
I'm gonna agree with Char on that one. Like,
I mean,
all the
unless the
weapons
sandbox
that,
changes, eliminate the
Cosmo
stuff
Legion
like
makes sense.
Cocoon or whatever, but minus that, I don't think so.
There will be more Grimoire cards. Court's going to have an increase of the overall light. Difficulties will be adjusted to provide additional.
Won't people be able to do an infinite bubble cheese to boost their score?
Most likely.
Three
we
people.
Talked about that.
But you still have
with
to clear the encounter
Alpha
in a quick time, so I mean, maybe.
But wouldn't be able to
I
outscore that timer.
Orbs weren't giving you that much of a bonus.
Yeah, unless, like, if there's a week where there's orb generation, but still you have to kill things in a timely fashion, otherwise you get score taken away from you. So no, I don't think so.
I'd like it if it started, like, the longer it took you, the more he was taking away. So eventually it's like you were going to...
Yeah, eventually he'll just suck your score to 0.
Higher punishment mechanic
like,
for
have
being...
it be a soft and rage timer.
He'll just pull you out. Hey, you suck.
You're done. You get out of here now.
You're too slow.
It's taking you 30 minutes on
You're
the
too slow.
Too slow, yes.
I like these discussions because they're a no-brainer YouTube upload.
Yep,
Does Sandbox refer to PvP? Sandbox refers to the game as a whole. So when they reference the Sandbox, they have a place where they can place assets, place enemies, and mess with all kind of configurations. So they'll talk about their relationship with the Sandbox being like, oh, we change it to where anywhere in the game... Oh, for example, like auto rifles, with a big auto rifle change with like ranges and where they were effective at.
Right.
Again, they mentioned the sandbox being like in the sandbox, meaning anywhere in your game, you are going to see these changes like this. So sandbox refers to like the game as a whole, and also an environment they specifically have in front of them. Which is why they said sandbox and Crucible, because they are kind of different.
They're together.
They're different, but they are related.
I think we will see a lot of weapon changes. You know, the return of hand cannons, maybe more auto rifle adjustments.
Man, make me happy. I want to use my Hawk Moon again, man. That's all I care
That's it?
about.
That's 4, right?
I wish to use my
That's
iron.
3. No, that's 3.
That's 3.
That's 3? Oh, okay, one more.
That's 3. Do you think they'll address how long it takes to upgrade armor and subclass nodes? Subclass node upgrading? I mean, it's permanent, though. You don't switch, like... You don't readily get subclasses. I mean, I don't know. I don't understand that complaint, because it's just like leveling up your first time, it is a part of the leveling process for your character, and it's permanent.
I don't think it's an issue.
I agree. I also don't think it's an issue.
Especially because you can freely change your nodes, whereas in many other MMOs, you're locked in unless you get some sort of skill reset material.
Armor, I can agree with, but you get motes so quickly. I get more than 50 motes a week, and 50 motes will upgrade.
Oh yeah, you get
50 motes a day. Like if you play a lot.
Yeah, when I was playing constantly 8 hours a day, I'd be like, oh, I don't have any motes left. And
like 2,000.
5 motes. You're like, oh, I guess I should use these.
There's one knight over.
I got him.
Or you get him? Okay, you got him.
Yeah, I got him. He fell off the back. It was weird.
Yeah, it was really weird. And then I almost stepped on bombs.
Fuck you, Bish.
Alright, I'm in. Oh, hey, Orcs. How's it going?
They also have a lot more play time than the average person. Sure, absolutely. But that doesn't mean the things that are relevant to us aren't relevant to us.
I would also disagree with that. I mean, the fact you get 5 motes so easily, if you do bounties every single day and just bounties,
Oh yeah, bounties are super easy. You get a dickload of motes for bounties, but people skip them
so
because they think they're relevant.
Once again, time argument, you can spend your time much more wisely than we do. I spend my time in probably the least wise way possible. In regards to typical let's say play time.
I don't know if like wise is a good idea so much as efficient.
That's a better way of putting it. But then again, and also if you care about the game, you'll make time for it. I'm under the opinion that if you love something enough and you care about it enough, you will make time for it because you care so much.
I'm also of the opinion that you don't know what you've got until it's gone. Just want to put that out there. It's very important to think about.
Who wants to do bounties, though? I'd rather watch paint dry. I don't know. I enjoy bounties. I think they're relaxing.
I mean, if you care so much about leveling armor, you'll do it. Like, that's the point.
Yeah, if that's your concern.
Is that you're not allowed to say that if you're like, I can't do it. You have a way of doing it, but I don't want to. That's your fault.
I don't want to play the game. I just want to be
Here's
done.
your pizza. It's not pepperoni. Okay.
Then you should have fucking...
You're about to get smacked.
The pepperoni.
So this is it, right?
Yeah,
Yep,
this is
Yeah,
it.
this is it.
All right, front is clear. Back
Back's
is
clear.
almost clear. All right, 3, 2, 1, 0. That was weird. Oh, well, I might be dead.
You'll be fine.
I got shoved out of the bubble.
That might have been my fault.
Oh my god. It was like right as they were going out, and I was just gone.
May have meleeed the thrall. And
Warlock has to take a shotgun. Hunter has a sidearm. Nice. Hey, babe.
Yeah,
how's it
stream
going?
already happened.
There's
You
a new,
kind of
it looks
blazed
like
the
a
party.
fallen
I got that you're gonna bring home delicious lunch.
Stream happened like
did.
an hour ago. Actually, 2 hours
You
ago.
did. I was even talking about it all day. I was saying, my wife is going to bring me home delicious lunch today. She said you did say that. I never make up delicious lunch.
You ate. It looks like you ate.
It's nothing to joke about.
What?
I'll just go eat with
That-
Gavin!
I'm never gonna hear the end of it.
Jade Rabbit. Love you too, bye.
Nice.
World's most recent.
Hate you, Goth.
Fuck yeah.
Hate you.
Do you not have a Jade Rabbit, Gunny?
Nope.
Really?
Yep.
Dude, just go on that 3
I
o'clock grind.
that ran.
You really don't have that level? That gun yet?
We've been
Gunny?
How long is
Your name's Gunny! You're supposed to have all the guns.
It's the one gun that's eluded me for this whole time.
Wow, that's unbelievable.
I mean,
I don't believe
apparently you didn't grind through your coins hard enough.
I don't know.
Wow, dude.
Apparently not.
Clearly not.
I definitely
Anybody
get,
have any
like-
any closing thoughts on April?
Oh man,
I'm just
to see
excited
more.
for next week.
Cautiously optimistic, looking forward to next week, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll play it.
I mean, I'm obviously going to play it. I'm excited for anything Destiny related.
Yeah, anything. It's pretty great.
I think that it's going to be better than people think it is. Like I said, I think that adding new ways to play versus just new things to do, like new ways to approach the current things, is just as important as having the new things themselves.
yeah,
Totally.
adding diversity of content versus just adding content. I feel like
Yes, that's been my biggest complaint with a lot of games is that although they're adding new content with their old content, it's still that same type of content. Some days I want to go for
Nice
score,
job, Charles.
some days I want to
Thank
go
you.
in Crucible. Like, having the option to take on multiple different types of content is a big detriment that games like Destiny, even The Division, has right now, to where there's just not lots of
got
different types
myself.
of
Yeah, there's not a lot of... that's another discussion, though.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm always a eternal optimist, and I hope that it's good. I just hope that it's good. And I'm really glad that there's vertical progression. Thank God that it's not a sideways thing. It's like, look at all these new 320s. You know, I'm glad that there is vertical progression to it. And let's hope recycled content is not new content. I mean, then don't play it. It's that simple.
Yeah, I mean, I am as much as it wasn't what I was expecting, I am 100% pleased with what's there. I guess.
'Cause, I mean,
I'm
honestly,
happy because it's new. I'm happy because it's different enough for me to want to play it. And I mean, who knows, man? Like, I guess
hope-
until my feeling is always, no matter how you feel about it, you don't really know how you're gonna feel about it until you play it. You know.
I actually
That's
hope
what I thought
the score system does well, because then Bungie can take the concept of a score system and run with it and do like an actual horde mode.
I would love to see Firefight.
Yeah.
I would like to see a
yeah,
score
that'd be
system
cool.
just like in
Even
the
for
raid.
Destiny, spin it as like a siege mode where endless waves of enemies are trying to besiege the
Yeah.
tower or the city. You know, they can spin
Again,
it like
that's not what's in front of us, though. So
Yeah.
it's...
Well, I know, but I'm saying they could take if it's received well with the whole score system, then Bungie can take that and run with it.
it's like saying the guy who like recycled paper isn't actual paper.
I mean, I would argue, guys, that you could use the 260 light variation to find a group, which is the same argument
Yeah,
we
we talked
made
about
last
that.
time. Like, you could find a group. You're like, hey, we did this really well. Let's go do the challenge mode. But
Yeah.
people want to skip that step. They want to go straight into the challenge mode with matchmaking. I still think it's curious that after all this time, Bungie's still deciding that matchmaking is not viable for the game. And I think, like, why not let people make that choice?
Because they want to promote the positive player experience, not the negative one.
Exactly.
I feel like
that.
it's a more of a negative player experience to not be able to see it.
I would heavily disagree. You
I'm
can't
with you on
be
this
a negative. When I worked at Best Buy, they had metrics where there was like, I forget what the term was, but there was like a negator, a positive, like basically people who would promote your product, people who would disparage your product, and neutral people. You would rather have 1,000 neutral people than even like 2 negative people, because it's people actively telling people not to buy your game. So if they have a negative experience because they keep getting shit in-game matchmaking versus LFG, because who's to blame if you have bad LFG? Is it Bungie or is it LFG, even though they shouldn't be blamed in the first place?
I mean, I still think there should be LFG.
Places to find a group, and I think in this day and age, when you have access to the internet at such wide degrees, that finding a group through LFG is almost just as easy.
I would say that the people vocal about not being able to matchmake into the thing is a louder negative than if people went in and match-made into it and had a poor group. I mean, with that mentality, there shouldn't be matchmaking for PvP, because, I mean, everybody has heard the people complain about, oh, my team was shit. Ah, my team was shit. Well, of course your team was shit, maybe, or your team might have been good.
But you still completed and participated in the actual thing
or
itself.
Or you lost.
Yeah, there's a difference between
versus the raid where you won't be able to complete it and it was 100% a waste of your time.
Agree to disagree.
Yeah. Like it's different between like in-game content and just like regular PvP matches.
I don't believe in putting walls in front of the players. I just don't.
So you were saying if a brand new raid comes out, you want matchmaking day 1.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I can't think of a single game that does that. At least to the guard of difficult matchmaking.
Okay.
Until there's guides out and stuff like that, people don't really touch it. They want to know how to do it.
I can think of a game that currently does that, but
it's not the same thing though, Reb.
It's not. No. But at the same time, that first day is a nightmare.
All right, so that's gonna wrap up my part of this discussion. See you later, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube. All right, well, cool.
I would love to see. I mean, I don't know.
I'm gonna discuss some shit with chat and probably get offline and get dinner before I do my podcast.